Terence Crawford versus Israil Madrimov. Who's going to win this fight? Well, before we talk about who's going to win this fight, let's take a look at their latest performances, in which Terence Crawford fought David Avanesyan, in which both had some great shots until Terence Crawford knocked out David Avanesyan in round 6.
Crawford's taking it off the gears.
After this, Terence Crawford went on to fight Errol Spence Jr., in which Terence Crawford dropped Errol Spence Jr. in round 2.
Spence. Back comes Crawford with the jab.
Terence Crawford then dropped him again twice in round 7.
And here comes Spence, though, as Crawford, the 7th. A big shot!
Terence Crawford then put more punishment on Errol Spence Jr., in which the wrestling up and stopped the fight in round 9.
Spence hurt again. All right, hook that wobbles him. Spence might be going down again, and this one is over.
Now let's take a look at Israil Madrimov's latest performances, in which he fought Rafael, in which Israil Madrimov landed some great combinations, took control of the whole entire fight, in which he ended up taking it by decision.
Undefeated Israel.
At this, Israil Madrimov went into fight Magomed, in which both started out very slow until Israil Madrimov let his hands go and put a lot of punishment on Magomed, in which the rest ended up and stopped the fight in round 5.
Fantastic shot.
And look at this, Madrimov!
Now, this fight is going to shock a lot of people because I don't believe a lot of people are actually looking at the close details, because when you pay close attention, you realize that this fight is probably the easier fight to predict out of the whole entire card, and that is because Israil Madrimov is not capable of putting up a fight against Terence Crawford, let alone beating him. And that is because when you start to pay attention and you start to look at what he's done as a pro, you'll start to question yourself, why do people even believe that this will be a close fight? And that is because he stands with a record of 10 wins, with 7 of those wins coming by knockout, and he has 1 draw. So just by looking at his record, that alone tells you that not only does he lack high-level experience, but he lacks experience overall. So how do people expect this to be a close fight when you got Terence Crawford, who has 40 fights, so a lot more high-level experience than Israil Madrimov, and who is a 2-division undisputed world champion? So it literally doesn't make any sense, because in simple terms, you got an upcoming fighter who is looking to be great versus a fighter who's already done it all in the sport of boxing and who's already achieved a bunch of things that 99% of fighters won't ever achieve. So I am favoring Terence Crawford in this fight. I just don't see how, with his experience and his skill, he doesn't outsmart and outperform Israil Madrimov. So I do got Terence Crawford taking the win, and I won't be surprised if he stops Israil Madrimov.